Good morning, guys. We're here in San Benito, Texas. It's about 5:30 in the morning. We're gonna be heading to Arroyo City. Gonna be doing some fishing with my cousin. I've been out there the last 2 days in a row, and I think we've located the fish. It's gonna be a question of whether the weather is going to cooperate with us today. We have very low wind conditions, windless essentially, glass conditions till about 10-11 o'clock, so we'll see how we deal with that. But I do think we have located the fish, and I do think we have a good chance of catching him, so stay tuned. We're gonna bring you guys some content. Alright guys, as we first headed out on our first drift of the morning, you can see me looking around here. There was a lot of standing grass in the water, and you'll see here in this first clip as I pan up toward the water, there's just grass everywhere, and one of the main challenges was navigating around this grass.
Called a micro ronin.
Today we were using a lot of the jigging method here, as you can see, jigging it up and down to try to kind of keep it off the surface, you know, in the middle of the water column, try to attract those fish.
Still got them. Little trout.
Your net or no?
Nah. The most subtle bite ever.
Carried in my bag, diaper bag.
We realized like everything's gone, and so yeah. Luckily, like I didn't know anything about it, but the bank's like, yeah, you need to have builder's risk before you. Nice trout. I'll call net.
Net?
Yeah.
No. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad that like what I thought is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like when a plan comes together, that's a nice one.
That is a very nice.
All right, guys, that's the first trout of the day right there. I'll probably say about a 17-incher. Caught him on the AM lure. Getting some good bites, so hopefully we catch some more. He's going in the box because we broke his jaw and crap. So I don't like calling net and being wrong. It does happen, but you know, that's the whole point of
it was pulling really good.
That's the whole point of calling net, you know? That's already 2 false net calls.
Stay there, buddy.
If you had 2 more inches, you'd have a trail boss.
That is true. That is true. But I gotta check it.
There you go. Nothing up.
No?
No. Oh gosh, this is a nice one.
You don't want the net?
I do want it.
Go.
I feel bad because your feet get wet when you have to net back here.
Yeah.
That's a keeper. All right, guys, that's trout number 2 keeper. But 3rd or 4th of the day. We're catching them here as we get closer to the intercoastal. I got a popping cork with an AM lure on. I think he's about 16 inches. So we're gonna keep chucking. Jeez, dude. I'm throwing straight into clumps of grass. I'm done with this spot.
Cool.
This place is a salad bar, man. This is Jason's Deli.
We will call this Jason's Deli.
You ready?
Ready?
Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a little idea of the conditions we were facing today. The first thing you'll notice right off the bat is that it's really calm, super glass conditions, no wind. And then all of a sudden we would hit just this wall of standing grass, as you can see right there. just everywhere. A little later on in this video, another thing you'll notice is mullet jumping everywhere. I have never personally seen this much movement or jumping mullet in the water. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I think that's kind of what's contributing to the fishing being quite good. But if you just look, I mean, there's just fish spooking all over the place as the boat goes down the flat, and just the grass. I mean, certain parts that you normally fish were pretty much unfishable today just because of all the grass. It was crazy. Right here we're cruising behind Bird Island, and it is just covered in grass. Almost, I mean, pretty much unfishable. Alright guys, and we eventually had to make our way over to right up against the intercoastal. I won't give out too many secrets here, but you can look at the marker and pretty much know where we're at. It was one of the only spots where there wasn't grass just everywhere. So caught a lot of trout here, probably about 20 to 25 trout, but mostly undersized, and just one keeper at this location.
Yep, they're here. Chiquito? Oh my, these might be nice. Jesus. I got it. I suck it. What do you think? He's long. It's trout number 4 of the day, guys. Once again, popping cork with the Berkeley Gulp. Alright guys, I'm here with my cousin. He's fishing. We won't disclose his name, but he is vertical jigging for trout right now. Just straight up and down. Having some success. Let's see if we can capture one on film. So what do you cast it out, and then when you get to the boat you just dangle it up and down?
Up and down. It's been working. Got some good hits. Caught a couple fish. We'll see what happens.
Think?
Little?
I think so.
Yeah.
This, you could put on just a bigger bait, and maybe sometimes it weeds out some of the smaller ones. Sometimes it doesn't. It's fun catching them in the deep water too. That was a good take.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now he doesn't feel big, but I've been wrong the whole day.
Yes, you have. I will agree with you there. Are you calling it?
No. What do you think?
I think he's gonna be short.
I think he's short too. I'm just gonna hand it. All right, one last look. Does he keep?
Nah.
Nah, no way.
You got some pliers handy?
Yeah.
This side?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, lizard! Bro, that's a big lizard.
Yeah?
I'm gonna keep this.
Why?
I don't know, I heard they taste good. Alright guys, we're gonna do a catch and cook lizard fish. I hope there's no size limit because I'm keeping this one. It's a good size. We'll see how he tastes. I've heard they taste pretty good, so let's find out.
Alright guys, there was so much content on this day that we're actually going to make this a 2-part video and end the first part right here. Stay tuned next week to see how the second half of the morning went. I'll tell you right now, we head a little bit closer to Green Island and catch some really nice trout, and then on the way back in we stop at the inlet that is in the Arroyo and do a little bit of inlet fishing and got some really good content. We're going to take this lizardfish back to the house, cook it up, and see how it tastes, because we have never had lizardfish on the channel. Stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, we got the lizardfish soaking in some water along with the speckled trout that we caught. We're going to take it here from the soaking water into the bag of breading. Alright Dad, how did we cooking these fish?
We're frying them. The first batch came out.
What do you use to fry it? Like what batter?
It was a Cajun. Actually, my wife had already prepared it, and I just used it.
Is that the mystery fish?
That's a mystery fish. That's just part of what's there.
Alright guys, my dad's about to taste the fish that we caught and give you a review. And where does it rank amongst, you know?
I'd say between a trout and a red. I think the trout is still bitter.
Better than a red, but not as good as a trout?
It's a little dry, but not as dry as a red, and not as moist as the trout.
Oh wow. The flavor's good, but it's dry.
Yeah.
It's really dry fish. I mean, the flavor's fine, but
it's not as dry as the red.
it's,
Pretty close, though.
I mean, I would eat this,
Yeah.
but
It's not worth the day, though.
so this is a lizard fish, and it's definitely, it tastes good, but like you need a drink of water after you eat one, because it's like, it's tough to swallow. But hey, if I had like 3 lizard fish and I needed food, you could fry it up. Alright guys, 0 to 10, I would give the lizard fish, in terms of flavor, it's up there, it's an 8. In terms of texture, the texture's not bad. Like, if nobody told you anything, you wouldn't notice, but it's a little bit dry, like you said. The best word I can think is dry. When I was filleting it, it was very mushy, and I thought it was gonna be like a wet, oily type fish, but no, it was like pretty dry, but I mean, still good. So if you guys are into keeping lizard fish, you know, go for it.
First time we try it.